What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Now, the company Paramount Pictures had struggled a little in 2019 with failures like Terminator Dark Fate, Gemini Man, not making much for them. But I gotta say, 2020 seems like a really solid year for Paramount, and hopefully, they really need a major hit. So, what I'm gonna do is go down the list of the of 2020's Paramount 2020 previews. So, with that being said, here are the films of 2020 coming from Paramount. All right. Now one of which just got released, and that is Like a Boss. With Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne. I of course just saw it on Friday. Like a Boss, I really got a kick out of. Found it pretty funny, charming. Haddish and Byrne were both remarkable in this. So if you guys haven't seen Like a Boss, it's still in theaters. Go check it out. All right. Also being released from Paramount in this month is the new action film, The Realm Section, which stars Blake Lively, and it's where Blake Lively plays this woman named Stephanie Patrick, who veers down a path of self-destruction after a tragic plane crash ends up killing her family. And so, when Stephanie ends up discovering it wasn't an accident, she soon embarks on a bloody quest for revenge to punish those responsible. Now, this is from director Reed Morano, who also gave us, who also did that show, The Handmaid's Tale. Blake Lively, I adore Blake Lively, so I'll definitely be watching it because she's in it. All right, coming in February, we got Sonic the Hedgehog, with Jim Carrey as the Dr. Eggman. Sonic the Hedgehog, comes out on Valentine's Day. I cannot wait for Sonic the Hedgehog. The first, of course, when we first saw Sonic the Hedgehog, he didn't look so great. But now with the, reshoots that they had, they redesigned them. I think Sonic looks perfect now. So, yeah, definitely cannot wait to check out Sonic the Hedgehog when it opens. All right, coming in March, we got A Quiet Place 2. The sequel to one of Paramount's hits, surprises, I should say, is A Quiet Place. I love the first A Quiet Place. I found it to be creepy. What John Krasinski was able to do with that movie was remarkable. And I think the sequel looks great. You got Emily Blunt coming back. You got some new additions like Cillian Murphy. You got John Manhattan. Of course, you got Krasinski back as the director. So, cannot wait to check out A Quiet Place 2. We also got The Lovebirds coming out, which, by the way, I saw the trailer for The Lovebirds when I went to see both Like a Boss and Underwater. This movie called The Lovebirds, which stars Camila Nanjiani and Insecure Girl, Issa Rae. This movie looks fantastic. I'll probably talk more about it when the first trailer drops, online. But yeah, the trailer for The Lovebirds is being shown during showings of Underwater and Like a Boss, and this movie looks hysterical. For you guys don't know, it's where Issa Rae and Camila Nanjiani plays this couple who ends up being embroiled in a bizarre and hilarious murder mystery, and so they end up getting close to clearing their names and solving the case and all, and they also try to figure out how they and their relationship can survive the night. It's from the director Micah Showalter, who gave us probably one of my favorite movies in recent years, The Big Sick. The Lovebirds looks fantastic. I think it looks funny. Johnny and Ray, I'm a big fan of them both. So them together in this, sign me up. I cannot wait to check this out. Alright, coming out in April, we got Monster Problems. Now, I still don't really know much about... Anyway, I still really don't know much about Monster Problems, but here's what this film's about. It's about a young man who learns to survive a monster apocalypse with the help of a expert monster hunter. It stars Dylan O'Brien from Maze Runner fame. Michael Rooker is in this. Jessica Henwick, who was just seen in that not-so-good Underwater movie, she's in this. The one who plays young Gamora in Adventures of Fame she's also in this. It sounds intriguing. You got Michael Rooker, Dylan O'Brien, so sign me up. Could be pretty interesting to watch. Alright, coming out in May, we got SpongeBob Sponge on the Run. Now, I'm weird with when it comes to SpongeBob. I never really cared much for this TV show, even as a kid. For some reason, I was never even interested in SpongeBob, even as a kid. But I gotta say, I don't know what they do, but SpongeBob movies are actually not that bad. I mean, I really quite liked the first SpongeBob film. Then the second one came around, Sponge Out of War, which I thought was even better than the first film. And this new trailer, and the this new SpongeBob film coming out, called Sponge on the Run. I'm not gonna lie, it looks actually pretty good. This time we're gonna get like an origin story of how SpongeBob and that snail Gary first meet and all, and the CGI looks pretty great. So kind of me as intrigued. I'm kind of intrigued by this new SpongeBob movie, and you would never have heard me say I'm looking forward for a SpongeBob film. So yeah. All right. Also coming out in June, we got Top Gun Maverick. Now, Tom Cruise had a big hit with Paramount. He of course worked with Paramount on the Jack Reacher movies. He worked with Paramount on what else did he work with Paramount on? The Mission Impossible franchise. Which, you know what? No matter how much flops Paramount has, they'll be okay, especially with Mission Impossible movies making that. So now we got Top Gun Maverick, the follow-up to the original Top Gun. You got Tom Cruise back as the Road Maverick, this time training other young pilots. You got Miles Teller playing the son of Goose. I think this new trailer, the recent trailer that got released for Maverick, looks fantastic. I mean, I love the first Top Gun, so sign me up for this one. Alright. Also, coming out in August, we got the film Infinity Night. Now, here's what this is about. It's about a man who discovers that his hallucinations are actually visions from his, passing on. And this stars Mark Wahlberg. You got Dylan O'Brien in this. Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think this actually sounds intriguing. It's directed by Antoine Fuqua, who also gave us Training Day. I love Antoine Fuqua. He also gave us the Equalizer movies. So this is supposed to be a sci-fi action movie, and I'm getting a bit of a Gemini Man feel from this for some reason. But that aside, pretty interesting year for Dylan O'Brien. He has that movie Monster Problems movie. He has this. It is nice to see Dylan O'Brien really trying to come into film stardom. Because the Maze Runner, they weren't really that great films. But I think this Dylan O'Brien dude, he has acting chops. So cannot wait to see him in this Infinity Night film. All right. Also out, we got Without Remorse coming out in September. Now this stars Michael B. Jordan, who plays the role of John Clark, who's this Navy SEAL who goes on a path to avenge his wife's murder, only to find himself inside a larger conspiracy. This is actually based on a book by Tom Clancy. You got Michael B. Jordan in this. Jodie Turner-Smith, who's pretty much in one of my favorite films of the year, Queen of Slim. Jodie Turner-Smith is an amazing actress, so having her in this is great. You got Jamie Bell. I'm a big fan of Jamie. That's Fantastic Four reunion, by the way. But Without Remorse, could be pretty intriguing. I mean, I'm not really I tried watching that Jack Reacher. No, not Jack Reacher. Jack Ryan, I meant to say. I tried watching that Jack Ryan show with John Krasinski. Not a big fan of it, but this could be pretty interesting. The character of John Clark has been portrayed multiple times. I believe Leah Schreiber once played the role. Didn't Willem Dafoe once play the role too? So this could be something pretty cool to watch. And you got Michael B. Jordan, one of the highest names in the film business. So let me ask intrigued with Without Remorse. Although there are some things I'm a little cautious about. One is for the same director, Sicario Dan Soldado, and so I'm a little skeptical about this, but I'm still intrigued. So, all right. Also, coming out in September, we got The Trial of Chicago 7. Now, this is the story of 7 people on trials stemming from various charges surrounding the uprising of the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois. Now, there's reason to be looking forward for this. It's directed by Aaron Sorkin, who of course gave us the movie Molly's Game. He also did lots of TV stuff like The West Wing and all. But the cast in this is insane. You've got Eddie Redmayne, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. By the way, I haven't really been in a movie since that Snowden movie. So kind of weird that it's been a while since he's been in anything. Anyway, other cast, you also got Michael Keaton. You've got oh boy, so many casts I can't even remember them from the top of my head. But the Chicago trials, the trial of Chicago 7 sounds intriguing. There was also a documentary which was pretty interesting. But having Aaron Sorkin involved, having a cast like this, like getting some. I mean, I know the SAG Awards is not until January, but I tell you one thing, just from the sound alone, I guarantee this will be an early contender for Best Ensemble at the SAG. So, anyway, coming out in October, we got Snake Eyes, which features Crazy Rich Asians dude Henry Golding as the role of Snake Eyes, who's of course the fictional character from G.I. Joe, and he also is known for like his relationship with Scarlet and Storm Shadows. Now he is actually a really fierce ninja. He does not take his mask off, which I'm still wondering if they're actually going to go that route with him taking the mask off. I mean, why are you going to get like a talent like Henry Golding and just have his face be covered throughout the whole film? I mean, yeah, I know we got the Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian, like, that character does not take his mask off at all. So maybe because of that success, they'll probably do that with this. But we'll see how Snake Eyes fares. And it's been since like 2013 since we had a G.I. Joe film, so hopefully Snake Eyes will be pretty decent. And I quite like the G.I. Joe movies. I don't care what anyone says. What? Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, also coming out in November, we got one of the anticipated movies of the whole year, and I'm not even lying. Also coming out in November, we got Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now, I'm a little excited about this. I mean, a live-action Clifford movie. I mean, I actually grew up with the animated Clifford show, with John Ritter and the gang. But I mean, I don't know. Live-action Clifford the Big Red Dog movie does sound a bit weird, but maybe it might work. I mean, they did show like a first photo of what Clifford's gonna look like, and I gotta say that the photo of what Clifford's gonna look like looks pretty cool right there. Pretty cool CGI. I mean, from what I heard, this also takes place. I think it's taking place either New York or England. I mean, hey, just imagine Clifford in a big city like this. I mean, that would be cool to watch. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward for this because, on the other hand, I've always liked the Clifford character. Grew up with the show, so I'm kind of interested in checking out like a live action Clifford movie. Could be dumb, who knows? But anyway. All right, my anticipated movie now coming in December. My anticipated Paramount film of the year will be Coming to America 2, starring Eddie Murphy. I mean, we're having an Eddie Murphy science, with Dolomite Is My Name. He did a great job at returning to SNL for recently. And Coming to America 2 sounds like it'd be pretty cool. You got Prince Akeem, played by Murphy, who ends up coming back to to New York City to try to reconnect with his long lost son. You got some really good cast members. You got Arsenio Hall's coming back, James Earl Jones, along with some new cast members like you got Tracy Morgan coming back. You got Leslie Jones is in this, Jermaine Fowler. I cannot wait for Coming to America 2. It's nice to see Murphy really shining because he was just on the Critics' Choice Awards, being honored with the Lifetime Achievement Awards. And Eddie Murphy, that guy still has it. So happy to see Eddie Murphy really shining. Because Eddie Murphy was always the man. And I know it's been years since Coming to America got released. I mean, the original Coming to America got released in 1988 or 89, one of the two. But yeah, cannot wait for the sequel. Hopefully it's good. So, all right. Last but not least, the last film from Paramount coming out in 2020. It is The Tomorrow War. Now, this stars Chris Pratt, who plays this man who's drafted into fight a.
Hey, are you work here? Or you're on the phone?
What? Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it stars Chris Pratt, who plays this man who's drafted to fight a future war where the fate of humanity relies on his ability to confront his past. Now, Chris Pratt, like outside of his, major, outside of his major blockbusters like Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World and all, his other career, like whether you talk about Magnificent Seven did okay, but what was that space movie he did with Jennifer Lawrence? That movie didn't do so well. Then there was that Vincent D'Onofrio movie, The Kid, that just got released. Hopefully, this could be a good hit for him because I really want to see it'll be interesting what else Chris Pratt could do when he's not, in a Marvel film or when he's not fighting dinosaurs or when he's not a Leo character. Because sometimes his recent career could be a hit and miss outside of those franchises. But the Small World could be, it sounds dumb, but kind of weird it's coming out in December, though. This looks like it could be a January release or whatever. But anyway, we'll see how it does. But that's pretty much it. Now let me do the ranking of my 10 anticipated movies like Paramount films. All right, I'm not going to show you the details of these because I read them. But 10 SpongeBob 3, 9 Clifford the Big Red Dog, 8 Snake Eyes, 7 The Lovebirds, 6 Infinite Night, 5 The Trial of Chicago 7, 4 Sonic the Hedgehog, 3 A Quiet Place 2, 2 Top Gun Maverick, and 1 is Coming to America 2. Let me leave it to you guys. What Paramount movies of 2020 are you guys looking for the most? Are you looking for Coming to America 2, Top Gun Maverick, The Lovebirds, Trial of Chicago 7? Are you also looking for Clifford? I mean, there are some other Clifford fans out there. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here's T Movies signing off.